All right, so y'all see the title of the video. Now, if it turns out to be true and confirmed that Mr. Samuels, Kevin Samuels, died last night of cardiac arrest, I believe. Um, I feel like we don't have the full details yet of what really happened. We don't know if he's dead. We don't know if he's still alive. If he is alive, from what I've heard and what the videos that I've watched of Kevin Samuels, he seemed like the type of guy that was very old school, an OG for sure, definitely trying to lead men in the right direction. Um, you know, Clearing up the dating dynamics of male and female. You know what I'm saying? Teaching women how to be more submissive. Encouraging women to be in their femininity, right? And guess what? On his shows, he's going to give you the brutal, honest truth, right? And most of that truth was directed towards women, modern women. He was saying things in modern women that they were not ready to hear, right? They couldn't comprehend the truth that he was speaking. And he spoke a lot of facts. Now, I've heard a lot of things about the man, but it doesn't really matter because, if he's gone from this world, he should be celebrated. A lot of people are like, on social media, I'm hearing a lot of people, cheering and celebrating his death. And honestly, all I can say to that man is no. Those people are going to hell for celebrating another man's death. You don't really know who that man really was. Behind the camera, behind the scenes, like you don't know what type of husband he was, type of father he was, regardless of what you may have heard or read about him. You really don't know a person. You don't. You can think you know of you can think you know a person by watching their content, by listening to what other people have to say about him, but you will never have real facts of a person when you don't meet them face to face. Because it's easy to have an opinion of somebody through online, but to know a person in real time, in real life, we don't know all the details. We don't know all the facts. Now, from what I'm seeing and where I'm kind of coming from with this is the man served his purpose. The man served his purpose, and it seems as though God used him as a vessel to speak and to preach, uncomfortable truths of modern women, checking modern women, critiquing their looks, giving these average looking women, some truth that they were not ready to hear. Telling these average women that they have to do a lot to attract a high value man. And a high value man is not going to want an average woman, especially with kids, especially a single mother. That women past 30 are way past their prime. They don't have the same look, the same beauty anymore as they did in their early 20s, right? Now, he was saying some stuff like that. Like I said, I wasn't really familiar with his content. I only watched a couple of his videos. That is it. You know what I'm saying? Past that, I don't really know a whole lot about Kevin Samuels. You know what I'm saying? I've seen some stuff online, and that's about it. Read some stuff, that's it. I ain't going to come on here and be on my high horse and pretend like I know everything, pretend like, I really knew who this person was and what he was about. You know, I'm not in that position to, say anything that's going to, to speak, facts or truth, because like I said, you don't know everything. I don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? For all we know, he could still be alive. He could still, he could still be breathing for all we know. And like I said, if he is, thank God. But if he is actually gone, if he actually kicked the bucket, then I just want to say the man served his purpose. He did what God instructed him to do. Some people, you have to just be real. Some people are just put on this earth to speak about uncomfortable truths. Okay? And he was one of those people that God used. Like it or not everything is all positivity. Not everything is all rainbows, unicorns, and flowers and butterflies, okay? These women that were coming on to his show, they had to hear the uncomfortable truth. You know what I'm saying? He would get on you. He would get on, like, I know this for sure, because I've seen a couple of his videos where he was getting on some dudes, that were overweight, that were plus size, women too. He'd be getting on them, like, grilling them. But, he's coming from a place of reality. That is the reality of that person's life. If you're fat, you're fat. You know what I'm saying? If you're short, you're short. Now, if you're short and that's your height, you can't do nothing about that. That's just genetics. That's just how you were made, how you came out. Now, your weight, you can change that. Your weight is something you can change. An average woman telling, someone like Kevin Samuels that, oh, I don't need to lose weight. He's going to take me for as I am. I need a man that's in shape, but he's going to take me for as I am. He's going to stick around at my worst times, at my bad times, and he's going to accept me for who I am. And he's going to take all this and all this bullshit. Like, I can guarantee you most men, they have a particular preference. And, big girls is not always a man's primary preference. Okay? It really isn't. Like, if you are obese, morbidly obese, and you're not trying to change, you're not trying to get in shape, you're not trying to improve yourself, I can guarantee you no man is going to settle for you, especially a man that's high valued, that has a lot going on in his life. He's not going to settle. All right? And it, it sounds a bit similar to what Kevin Samuels is preaching, what he was preaching on his channel, right? He wasn't just grilling the women. He was also grilling the guys too. If you're in your 30s, out of shape, no money, you're broke, have no future, expect to be grilled. Because if I'm not mistaken, these women and some of these men that were on his show, right, because they needed help, right? They needed, they needed some consulting, image consulting, right? If I'm not mistaken, that is what he does, right? So as an image consultant, you consult somebody's image. You give analysis of somebody's image, how they carry themselves, what they look like, what areas of their life they can improve on, right? But what I did not understand was when I was watching some of his live streams, okay, he would be giving these critiques to women, and the women would just act like, they would just act as if they didn't need that type of criticism, or they get easily offended. They would get in their feelings and deflect where they lack it, right? But you see, you signed up to be on the show, did you not? A lot of you modern women, you signed up to be on this man's show. And I know there's some women out there that are celebrating his death. And I just want to say that is wrong. It's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Just because you can't take the cold hard truth, you know, that don't mean somebody deserves to lose their life, because, you know, it doesn't validate, you know, your true feelings for a person. You know, when we're talking about death, when death is involved, regardless of how you felt, a lot of y'all women signed up to be on the show. So you knew what he was going to tell you. He knew that he was going to give you critiques. Otherwise, you would not have signed up to be on the show. Like, tell me, like, y'all let me know in the comment section. Am I crazy for thinking that, for like believing that? Like, y'all signed up to be on his show. You knew going in that he was an image consultant. He was going to give you critiques based off your looks, based off, you know, your appearance. Because that's what image consultants do. They're not gonna sugarcoat it neither. You know, if you're looking sloppy, you're looking sloppy. If you look like a bum, you dress like a bum, hey, they have no problem telling you that to your face. And it's up to you how you're going to respond to that. Are you going to react impulsively, or are you going to respond with emotional maturity? Meaning, you are going to look at yourself in the mirror and you are going to fix the things that you need to fix about your life, right? Now, when you're seeking help, you're seeking somebody's opinion of yourself and what you're looking for in your preference, you know, expect to be challenged. Like, how hard is that to, like, understand that concept? How hard is it to understand that simple concept? You think Kevin Samuels was just going to give you a bunch of fluff? Huh? You men included, that live like bums, that don't take care of yourself. You thought going on his show, you thought he was going to give you a bunch of fluff? If you were expecting a bunch of fluff, then you should never even sign up to be on his show. You know, like I said, these women, they chose to be on his show for a reason, right? Because they want to see if they qualify for a high-valued male. Most of them most likely don't qualify, right? Most of them don't have the qualities of a submissive woman, you know? But, you know, I can go on all day about this. Like, all I'm saying is he served his purpose. And, you know, if he is truly gone, then he will be missed. He will be definitely missed. You know, I have nothing but respect for the OG. You know, I thought he was leading people in the right direction. You know, men and women. Yeah, you know, I can tell he's helped out a lot of people, you know, during his time on this earth. Of course, everybody has skeletons in the closet. Of course. Everybody that is your favorite rapper, your favorite artist, celebrity, you know, your favorite author, whoever, even your favorite YouTuber, they all got skeletons in the closet. I got skeletons in the closet. You watch this video, you got skeletons in the closet too. All y'all got skeletons in the closet. So what makes y'all so damn perfect? Seriously, like, what makes y'all so damn holier than thou? I would like to know. You can look at the bad. You can choose to look at the bad of people. You can choose to look at the negatives of people all you want, but you can't deny the positives of what that person did in his life. You can't deny or ignore the good. Yes, we can pay attention to the negative. We can pay attention to what he did, the bad that he did or whatever. Everybody got a past. And he has a past too, but are we going to put energy on it? Are we going to just, are we going to let his past define him? We're going to choose, are we going to define his character by his past? Because that wouldn't be right. If we all have a shady past too, just like him, why would we define a person's character based off their past? When all of us as a collective have a shady past that we're not going to tell people about, that nobody's going to know about because we're not in the forefront. You understand what I'm saying? So, to clear this up and to wrap this video up, the things that he was talking about on his show, when it pertains to men and women, the dating market, marriages, the dynamics between, masculinity and femininity. All right. This has been a concept forever. It's been a concept forever. It's not just something that's being introduced into this new generation. All right. These are old traditions. It's just being brought to the forefront by somebody that was used by God to preach uncomfortable truths to both male and females. All right? That's all I can really say. And that's basically my assessment of, of his purpose. And I believe he served his purpose. He was just somebody that had to bring it to the forefront. That had to remind us, hey, we gotta get back to traditions here. We're steering away from the goalpost here. Like we're steering away from the old status quo of how things used to be. Right? We're steering away from the natural course of life here between male and female. Think about that. Think about what I just said. Kevin Samuels was being used to remind us that we need to get back to traditions here. Women got to get back to being women, and men got to get back to being grown-ass men. All right? Women got to get back to being the submissive housewife. Okay? Men got to get back to being the dominant alpha male. Being the leader, the provider. Women got to get back to being the nurturing mother. Because that's what they are by proxy. By the natural course of life. No matter what's going on in the world, no matter what's being preached or taught, no matter what, bro, nature is going to take its course between male and female. Okay? We thrive in survival mode. Females thrive when they're being led by a coherent male authority figure. Okay, by a male leader that knows how to lead. So that being said, before you start attacking Kevin Samuels, because you are too damn soft to take a cold-hearted truth, and let's be real,